I don't think that in anywhere in the marketing of summits, anyone is actually being honest about what it takes to create a summit and the actual results that you can expect from getting into the summit game.
Welcome back to the Lisbonian Lifestyle. I'm your host, Igor Kheifets, and today I'm hosting a summit expert that's going to tell us a very unusual message, to be honest, something that you wouldn't expect to hear from a summit expert. Her name is Sophie Riley. And when I was chatting with her before the show, she dropped the bomb on me that I felt was a very important discussion to be had on the podcast, which we'll get to in a second. So if you know what a summit is something you've probably been invited to if you're taking interest in coaching programs or any sort of information marketing, self-improvement. You've probably seen this. I mean, guys like Tony Robbins do them all the time now. You know, they bring together experts of all sorts into like an intensive 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10-day summits where you get to binge watch a bunch of really smart people talk about all kinds of stuff. Now, Sophie, tell us, what is that thing, the number one thing we should know about summits that the media isn't telling us right now?
You know what? That's such an important and interesting question because summits are fed as the new black dress. It's fed as the new really shiny purse that you should get. And you know what? It's absolute crap. I almost swore there. And I don't think that in anywhere in the marketing of summits, anyone is actually being honest about what it takes to create a summit and the actual results that you can expect from getting into the summit game. I don't know that anyone is ever really honest with that process, as well as where you should be into your business in order to create a successful summit. And you know what? Keep some of your sanity. I think that's really important as well. If you're going to be completely burnt out at the end of the process, it's not a win-win situation.
Yeah, I know. I got a few friends who specialize in summits. I got a really close friend whose business is summits. And what I find fascinating when you say that summits aren't everything that that they're being advertised to be right now, it's really, really interesting because I've participated in a number of them as like one of the experts that's being interviewed, and I must say, like, the impact, like, I haven't seen much of an impact, like, just if I'm really honest. Like, you invest into a summit as far as like showing up and doing a talk and making an offer. Then you also, part of why they want you in the summit is because you can actually get some people onto the summit, right? So they want you to mail the summit, and then everyone knows I got a big email list, so they want me to mail the summit and everything. But for the most part, maybe with one exception, I think out of the last 20 summits I participated in, like, I've seen no impact. I've seen no traction, and I wasn't able to like derive any quantifiable results, like say, oh, you know what, this summit resulted in 17 sales and this kind of like average customer value. Like, I just haven't seen any of it.
That is interesting. One of the reason is that they are overdone. When you're doing a summit, you're inviting a certain amount of people to participate, expert. And I will be honest, most of the people doing summits, the only thing that they're looking at two things, right? They're looking at how many people you have onto your email list and, to an extent, your expertise, if that. So the goal of the summit is to collaborate, is to have 100,000, 200,000 or more collective subscribers where we're all going to email, and we can expect 1% of the collective to sign up. So boom, you grown your list, you're in a launch, that's exciting. But the reality is that most likely only 5% of the people that you invited to participate as experts are going to send that out, because summits are so overdone. I get probably 25, if not more, depending on the time of the year, requests into my inbox to participate and speak on summits alone. And if I was to participate in all of that, my list would get tired. My list would get really, really tired. So, unless you are a big cheese and you are inviting other big cheese and you have to answer what's in it for me, what's in it for them into participating in the summit, chances are your results are going to be mediocre at best. At best. So is it really worth it for you to participate into all of these summits, tire your list out, and not get anything out of it?
We know the answer to that question. Um, I know that a lot of people reach out to you because they don't just want to like do a summit. Like if someone like me comes to you to do a summit, I come with an existing product line, with a list, with a big network that I can invite, to participate in my summit. So I come with assets, and so summit almost becomes like another way for me to get attention. So same as if I were to do a webinar or to write a new book or to launch a new podcast, it just becomes another way to sort of get me out there into the big world.